Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's Real Estate Nate. I'm coming to you guys. It's Saturday, and I know it's probably you guys are probably like, what are you doing on a Saturday? But I was in Canada all week, so I wasn't able to make the batch call, the call I do every week. So hey, I'm doing it today, and guys, I got something really cool for you. I think this is actually something that will really benefit everybody that probably struggles to be organized in the business and know what tools to use. But I'm just going to dive right into it, because I honestly, there's a lot to cover, guys, but it's going to be really good. Again, guys, what I'm making this video for is I would like to be really organized, and it's kind of hard to be organized, with all the softwares and the tools that you need to master acquisitions and get deals. Now, guys, don't get me wrong. You don't need all these different softwares and services to get deals continuously. You can have a spreadsheet or a pad of paper and a phone and just call sellers and negotiate deals. But the way that I do it, I work all virtually from my computer. And I do go see, I do go see sellers if they're in my market, if I get a lead from the area, but I do everything pretty much over the phone, over my computer. So guys, for you that might do a lot of stuff from your laptop, you might not know the best way to do it. Now, again, by the way, guys, this call is sponsored by Batch Leads. That's the main reason why I'm doing this is today I want to show you guys why Batch Leads is so important in order to helping you scale your business and get deals consistently. But I also want to show you guys how important it is to be organized. Okay. So with all the softwares and services out there that you can use to run this acquisitions business, it's kind of hard exactly to know like the best way to get organized. So I'm going to show you guys exactly how to set up and get organized with your computer and using Google Chrome. If you guys don't use that extension or that browser, you definitely need to use it. I'm just going to hop right into this, guys, because I got back from Canada, and every time I log into my computer, like I have to open up a new tab, and I have to open up all these tabs and open up all my software that I work with. And it's really frustrating. It's really annoying every time I shut my computer down and restart it. So I found out that the best way to do this is Google just came out with this new thing called add tab to new group. And it allows you to organize your all the tabs that you need in one swoop, so you don't have to do it every single time like I'm used to doing. So I'm going to show you guys exactly how to do it, and the softwares and all the things you should have to do acquisitions consistently and be on top of everything. So guys, I don't know if you guys do, but I have multiple emails. I have an email for Investor Thrive for my coaching business. I have one for Offer on Homes, which is our business where we make offers to sellers. And I have one just for my personal, right? So they all get meshed together, and it's really like annoying having to, have everything all in one browser. So what I did, guys, is, and I'll show you guys exactly how to do it. All you have to do is go to add a tab right here. And I've already done one for Investor Thrive, but for Offer on Homes, my acquisitions, my wholesaling business, but I'll show you. So if you go to add, you can sign into your email and add a new browser, but I've already done it. I'm just showing you guys how to do it. And what you do is you basically add a browser depending on what email you want to use. And you guys can follow along with me or watch this later. But basically, this is my my browser I'm going to only use for my business, okay, for wholesaling. Okay, so all you have to do is, if you want to change up that color or the picture, I don't like this gray. I think it's a little wax, so I'm gonna make it a little darker. So that's cool with me. So again, this one is specifically designated for my wholesaling business. I don't want to use this for my personal stuff. I don't want to use it for anything else. So let's make this. So I have this sheet for my students that I work with, but I'm just going to show you. These are all the essential softwares or sites that I think someone needs to scale, or I guess be effective at doing acquisitions. And I'm just going to go through them with you guys, and I'm going to show you exactly how to save this as a tab. So every time that you exit out or you restart your computer, you don't have to go one by one, type in everything that you need, because again, that's so frustrating. So the first thing you guys need to do, if you're going to be good at acquisitions, and if you want to be comping and looking at deals and analyzing deals, is you need a way to comp deals and look for data. So again, this call is sponsored by Batch Leads. We use Batch Leads to not only to text, to market, to pull lists, but we use it to analyze data. So the first thing I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to pull up Batch Leads, and I'm going to mark it in a group tab so I don't have to ever do this again. Okay. So I log in, and it should remember my login. Cool. So I'm logged in. Again, guys, if you've never looked at Batch Leads, you should get it. There's a 7-day free trial. I don't know why you wouldn't try it. But we look for properties. If I'm looking at, looking for properties that I want to buy in Salt Lake City, all I have to do is type in the area of properties that I'm interested in, and then you can filter for specific, pre-foreclosures, type of beds, bathrooms, MLS data, vacancy. Properties that are vacant. There's quick filters here too, which is pretty cool. So that's why we use Batch Leads. And if you have a property, you can also run comps on it. For example, like let's say I'm looking at this one and I want to know what I can offer to sellers. I can run comparables on it, and it just does it for me right here. So that's just a brief overview, guys, of that. But first thing I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to I want to go to the dashboard part. Let's go here, and I'm going to add to new group. Okay. So as I add to the new group, I'm going to call this offer on homes acquisitions. I'll just call it offer on home acquisitions. I want to save this group, and I'm going to mark it green, and that is going to be my what's it called? I guess my group tab that I'll never have to do this again. Okay. So Batch Leads is in there. What else do I need to have? Oh yeah. And by the way, I want to change the view. I want to always show the bookmark bars. So there it is. Okay. Another thing you can also do if you don't want to, you want to make sure you verify that you're going to have everything you need, is you can star right here, and you can bookmark it, and you can call it, let's see. I think you can call it a new folder, and let's just say essential acquisition tabs. Acquisition tabs. Again, guys, this is super important to do if you're if you do everything over the computer. If you just like going to see people and you want to pen and paper and you don't want to have all this technology, you don't need it. But that's what we do, and it's really helpful for us and for me. So you can create a bookmark, and you can create a tab that will hold everything. So what else do you need to master acquisitions and do it virtually? Well, again, guys, if you don't have Batch Leads, you can use other comping tools that are free. Like we use, when Batch Leads in non-disclosure areas, if we want to check out more data, we use Zillow. So I'm going to bookmark Zillow as well. So I'm going to add it to offer and home acquisition tab, and I'm going to bookmark it. Okay, under essential acquisition tabs. Remember, guys, the reason why I'm doing this is mainly because you need, if you're going to be trying to get deals every month consistently, or just even part-time, if you're doing this part-time, you need a way to analyze the data and find out, if the seller says he wants, $500,000 for this house, can you pay $500,000? Is that a good deal? Can you wholesale that? Well, according to this, if it's at Zillow price, you're going to need less than that, but that's just an example. So Batch Leads, again, link in the description, legit. We use them all the time for texting, for marketing, and Zillow or realtor.com, whatever you want to use, but you'd need to be able to analyze data. And remember, guys, how I did this is I just went to add tab to new group, and then it adds it to the offer on homes acquisitions, the tab. Oh, actually I didn't do this one. So let's do this, add to tab to new group. Oh, no, wrong one. Didn't do that. Sorry, guys. So I'm a little finicky at this stuff. I'm not perfect, but basically go add. You go to Zillow. Let's grab the link right here. So again, realtor.com. It doesn't really matter what you guys use, but you need something to comp your deals you're looking at. Okay. Got to be like a ninja looking for deals. It's weird. It's not showing up. Let's see. Add tab to new group, remove tab. Okay. Anyway, it's probably just not showing up because it just did it. Okay. What's the next thing that you guys need to be able to use, if you want to be successful acquisitions? Well, you need a phone system. Now you can use your cell phone. You can use most CRMs come with a phone service. Like we have HubSpot, so it's connected with Kixie. There's we have a couple different options that we refer to people like FreedomSoft, Already Simply. But guys, if you don't have any money, if you're broke, and that's fine, Google Voice is a good option for you guys. Google Voice allows you to call. If you just go for personal use, you can set it up and it's free. Okay. I have a Google Voice number as well, and I use it. If I give it to people that, specifically if I want to give it to sellers or something, so they're not blowing up my personal phone. But you can use Google Voice. You do need a phone. So I'm not going to add that to my All-Farm Homes tab because I have a different service that I use. But if you guys need a phone service and you don't want to use your cell phone, I recommend using Google Voice. But again, when it comes down to CRMs, guys, most CRMs have a phone service. If you guys don't know what CRMs to use, if you go to investorthrive.com, if you go under the tab that says free resources, I break down all the CRMs and top technologies to use for wholesaling. So Already Simply is a good one. You can get started. You get like a free month there or free week. Same with FreedomSoft, but you can try those out. But you do need a CRM. And like I said, these come with phone services inside of them, which is great. But that's the next thing you need is a phone system. And like I told you guys, my phone system is already included in my CRM that I use, HubSpot. And that's the next thing I need to add to my group tab. Okay. So I'm going to go over here. I'm going to log in. And this is the reason why I'm doing this, guys. Look how long this is taking me to get all these up here. I'd rather just be able to go in, click it, have all the tabs come up. So I'm going to add this. It's already added to the group. As you can see, batch leads, Zillow, and now my CRM is here, okay? And I'm going to go to the home screen, okay? All right, so after you have a way to comp deals and you have a way to call sellers and you have a CRM, and by the way, you do not need a CRM if you're brand new. It's just something extremely helpful if you have a lot of leads, so you can manage all your leads, right? Like if a way that you can make sure you don't forget them. So most CRMs, guys, the next tab is DocuSign. Most CRMs come with like a document signer, like I think FreedomSoft does. I think Already Simply does. My HubSpot doesn't, so you had to integrate DocuSign into it. But you do need a way that you can send contracts, because if you're not there in person, like if you can't go see the seller, you're gonna have them sign something over their email. So next thing you're gonna need is DocuSign. I have DocuSign, but again, it's integrated into the CRM, so I don't need to have that tab here. I'm just showing that I believe that you guys, in order to scale and grow and get more deals virtually, you need a way to send them contracts. Okay. So what's the next thing you need to do that I'm going to save in here? I believe, and I even believe I know, that if you guys are going to be making consistent offers to sellers, you need a way to be able to crunch your numbers. So if a seller says, "Hey, I want 500,000," and their house is worth 550, I mean, obviously you should know that's not a big enough spread, but you should be able to crunch it in and be like, okay, the seller says he wants 550 for the property. Oh, sorry. The seller says he wants 500,000 and it's worth 550. If I flip this thing, or if I wholesale it to someone and it needs, let's say $30,000 of work, and I want to make a wholesale fee of 30,000. Well, this flipper, if he buys it at 500,000 and it's worth 550, he's going to lose $78,000 on this deal. He's definitely not going to do that. So you need to basically be able to find a way to be able to crunch your numbers quickly. And that's what I do when I'm talking to agents. I just run numbers as I'm talking to them. So then I say, hey, if the house is worth 550, it needs $30,000 of work, and I want to make 30,000. If the flipper buys this for me at 400, I'm sorry, 430, because you'd have to add your fee in there. If he buys it, he'd make 26K. Would he do that? Maybe some flippers would, right? But you do need a way to crunch your numbers. And I go really in depth on how to use this calculator, guys, and it's pretty cool. But I'm going to add this calculator to the tab. And again, I think it's adding it as I put it in. Let's see. Is it not? Hold on. I think I have to actually, let's see. Add new group. Nope. Have to add new tab and group. Yeah, I think I have to actually individually do that. Let's see. Again, I'm not the master, but I am getting organized, and I want everyone to get organized too. So let's try that. I think that's how it's working. Okay. Let's see if it worked. No, it's not working. Okay. Either way. So let's continue. So the next thing guys need to do, if you have a calculator, this is something that's like kind of not like, I don't think a lot of people know about this, but I believe it's super important to have, is when you're talking to a seller, in your virtual, most of the time they're going to be really skeptical of who you are. They're going to be like, who is this guy? You know, I'm not going to sell my house to this guy. I've never even talked to him. I've never even seen him in person. So for what I do to make sellers feel a little bit more, not as skeptical, but to feel more comfortable working with me, is I have what's called the info packet that we made and that we give to sellers. Okay. So the info packet basically gives them an overview of who we are as a company. And it says, hey, thanks. We email this to them, or we can send them the link. We say, hey, this is, thanks for giving us an opportunity to make an offer on your property. Here's our team, so you know who you're working with. Here's some testimonials to show you who we have, and you can go to review it on Google online, on Google My Business. Here's some frequently asked questions. We actually have a YouTube channel that we made where we answer these questions so it looks a little bit more credible. Here's a proof of funds letter, and here's what happens after you sign. Okay. So we send this to sellers so they feel confident and comfortable working with us. So if you're talking to a seller and you just make them a lowball offer, and then I talk to them and I say, hey, before I make an offer, let me send you some information on my company so you know who I am. I don't do this on everyone. I do this for people that want to sell, right? But if I do that and you don't, and you just make a quick offer, like the chances of me getting the deal, just because I'm willing to be a little bit more thorough, are higher, right? So I'm going to add that to the Offer on Homes tab. Okay. So I believe you guys need a way to present, and it doesn't have to be as thorough as mine, guy. Mine is like, has a letter. It's got, my team, some testimonials. You guys could just include your proof of funds and a picture of you and your, your team, and that's it. Maybe some quick testimonials, but you do not have to have something so in depth. Just something to show them that you're credible. Okay. So let's review. Okay. And then we'll hop on to the next one. You need a way to run comps and pull lists and market. So that's why we use batch leads. Again, it's called sponsored by batch leads. You need a way to run comps so you're doing good, you're making a good decision. You can find good data. Now, if you don't use batch leads, you can use Zillow to run comps. Now, once the leads start coming in, or if you're talking to agents and you want to put them in someplace, if you're not using a spreadsheet, you can use a CRM. We use HubSpot, and you can use RE Simply wherever you want. FreedomSoft. Again, I showed you where you can find that. And then you need a way to crunch numbers, whether you have your own calculator, your own spreadsheet. This is the one we use because it goes over wholesale deals, flips, BRRRRs, novations, amortization. It goes over creative financing deals. It goes over everything. And then you need a way to show sellers you're credible, whether you're sending them a proof of funds, a letter of intent, whatever you're sending them. We just have a packet. So that's where we're at right now. The next thing that I use as I wholesale virtually nationwide is I have an email. Everybody should have an email. You guys can just use a regular Gmail, or you can go to Google Workspace and get yourself like a verified one from your business, which I have, which is Nathan at Offer on Homes. I have Nathan at Investor Thrive, and that's it. So I definitely need to click on this and get my email up. Get that going. And I'm going to add this to the Offer on Homes acquisition tab because I always need my email. So again, guys, this is it's in the tab itself. So again, if I ever exit out of here, I can just come back and click on Offer on Homes acquisitions, and it'll pop up with everything. Again, that's super important to me. I don't want to waste my time ever again having to pull up all these tabs. So here's some information. Here's my email. That's great. You need your email to be able to send contracts, respond to sellers. Now, this is something this is kind of specific to what we do, and I think is really important, but not a lot of people do, is you need a way to present offers to sellers. If you just make your offer to a seller just over the phone, that's fine, but it's not going to be as effective as explaining their options to them. And that's why I think people that go in person, not only it helps them build more rapport because they're in face to face, but you're able to kind of explain and show things because you're in person. I like to do Zoom calls with sellers. If you go to my Instagram or any of my social media, I actually have examples of me talking to sellers and educating them. But I use this spreadsheet that helps you break down to a seller what they would get if they're going to take your cash offer, what they would get if they were to renovate and sell the house themselves and fix it up, or what would they get if they just list their house as is. And basically I break down the numbers and I say, hey, I know you think you're going to get 220, but after commissions and fees, you're actually getting way less because, the agent isn't telling you that there's going to be $13,000 of commissions and fees. So I have this spreadsheet. So we're going to add this again to the tab so I don't have to ever do it again. So you need a way to present your options to sellers. Now we're almost done. I appreciate you guys sticking around, and I really believe this is extremely helpful. It's helpful for me because I'm doing it for my business, so you should do it too. Is you need a calendar. Like, if you're gonna just be willy-nilly and just doing deals and not being organized, like it's gonna be hard to manage your time. But I put everything on my calendar, as you can see. Like, I have two calendars. I have one for Investor Thrive, and this is Offer on Homes. I'm on the Offer on Homes one, so it shows, busy for the Investor Thrive. But anyway, I block out my meetings, my appointments. So what you guys need to do is make sure you're using Google Calendar or some sort of way to manage your time. So I'm going to add that to the tab. Again, we need a calendar. Everyone needs a calendar. And with all the documents, the contracts, all the scripts, all the things you're going to do as you build this business and you try to get deals, you're going to need a way somewhere to store them. We store everything in Google Drive. And again, if you use Google Workspace, it's money because it has your email, it has ways to meet with people, like do Zoom calls, meetings, and you can store all your stuff. So I have everything stored in my company under Google Drive. You have your acquisitions, you have administrative, coaching, content, contracts, everything you need saved in here. So, and don't get overwhelmed if you're like, oh my gosh, this is so much. It's not a big deal. You don't have to do this. I just like to put my stuff in places. And if you're trying to look where you should put all your documents to, like, this is what you should do. So we're going to add this to the offer on homes acquisitions tab. And the last thing, guys, if you're building out a team and you have a dispositions guy, leads manager, acquisitions, you're flipping properties, you need a way to communicate with your team. So we use Slack. And when I first started, I was like, yo, why do I need Slack? What's the point of Slack? Like, I can just text my team. Well, the cool thing about Slack is everyone communicates through here as a company, and you can have different channels, like for dispositions, acquisitions, transferred calls. I mean, you can have team members you can talk to specifically. So you definitely want just a company communication channel, which we have, and it's really helpful. So to recap, guys, I'm just gonna recap and make sure everyone understands what I just did and why I felt this was so necessary today. Because again, I just got back from Canada. I was not very organized, and I had this problem that I was like, man, I'm just so tired every time I shut my computer off or cancel out of my browser that I have to pull up all these tabs again. And it's so annoying and it wastes my time. So I was like, is there a way that I can just, every time I pull it up, I can just pull all these up at, when I pull up my browser, I can just pull these up at one time, one fell swoop. And you can. I found out how you can do it. So all you have to do is at the top of the tabs is go to add to new group, and then you create the group here, and it's pretty cool. You can change the color, you can save the group tab, and that's what I'm doing here. Okay. So now that you understand why I'm doing it again, if you're just popping into the meeting, these are all the essential tools that I think someone that's trying to grow a virtual wholesaling business. Again, if you're just in your own market, you don't necessarily need all this, because you can take a paper contract, you can go sign it with the seller, you can use your cell phone, you can be as cheap as you want. But for me and for our company, as we've tried to grow it, is, you need technology because we're doing it all over wherever, we're doing deals wherever they come in, leads that we find that where we can make a deal happen. So again, let's just go through it. What's the first thing you need as an acquisition guy or in your company? Well, you need a way to market, to get off market leads, and you need a way to comp deals. Okay. So what does that? Batch leads right here, guys. And I got the hat on and the links in the description for you to try it for 7 days. So first thing is batch leads. And like I told you guys, I added it to the new group. It's locked in. And if you can't afford batch leads yet, or you don't want to try it, you don't want to try the 7-day trial for some reason, you can use Zillow, realtor.com, any of those for comping. But you do need a place to be able to comp deals. And when it comes to marketing, there's a lot of other free marketing channels, but batch leads is cool because you can text, you can pull lists, you can do all that. You can send direct mail, all that. So the next thing you're going to need, guys, is a CRM, a way to handle all the leads that are coming in or keep track of all your tasks and the things you're going to need. And we use HubSpot, but you can use RE Simply, you can use FreedomSoft. If you go to investorthrive.com, like I showed you earlier, you can check out what CRMs that we have available, what CRMs we recommend with discounts. And the cool thing about our CRM and other CRMs is it has a phone system. If you don't have a CRM that has a phone system, you can use your cell phone or use Google Voice for free. Okay. Next thing you need is a way to crunch numbers. If a seller tells you they want $500,000 for a property, and you find, if they say they want $500,000 for a house, and you find out that the ARV is 550, and you put it in here, you say, hey, the house, in order to get to 550, is going to need $30,000 of repairs, and I want to make 30,000. So if I sold this to a flipper that would buy it for me at 530, because I'm trying to make 30K, he's going to lose $78,000. Okay. So if he buys this deal for me, that's not a deal for him. So how can I make this a deal for a flipper? Well, I got to get it low enough. So 400,000, maybe somebody would do it to make 26. I would say maybe about 380. That way I can make 30 and he can make a good chunk and everyone's happy. Now, one last thing I want to say about the calculator, guys, is it not only calculates wholesale deals, but flips, burrs, novations, creative deals. And guys, I've been there where you do the 70% of ARV minus repairs minus wholesale fee, and your offer is usually so low no one accepts it. This is an actual way to dial in why you're offering what you're offering and if it makes sense. And so you don't have to guess anymore. This actually shows you how. Now, after I run, comp my properties, I talk to the seller and run my numbers. You need a way to also, what I recommend is provide credibility to sellers that you know what you're talking about. So I have a credibility info packet I send to people. And again, you don't have to do this, but I use this almost every time I talk to a seller that wants to sell. And it just goes over information about our team, testimonials, FAQs, proof of funds, so they know I'm legit, and what happens after I sign the contract or after they sign the contract. Next, you need an email, 100%, so you can go back and forth. I have one that's company specific. You don't need that, but you can. I have a spreadsheet that I use almost every time when I talk to sellers to show them what options they have and help them understand what's the best option for them. So when they decide to go with me, it's not even like I'm not worried about them trying to back out. I'm not worried about them thinking, oh, maybe I made a bad decision. This literally breaks down what they're going to make, and they make the decision, not me. I don't force anyone to do anything. If they sell it to me, they feel good about it. Then you need a calendar to manage your week, your times, a place to hold all your documents, your scripts. Like we have everything in here. So if we go to scripts, it's all in here. Scripts, there's a lot, right? You don't need all this, but we just keep track of everything. And then Slack, a way to communicate with your team if you're building a team. If you're not building a team, then all you need is a CRM and a phone and a way to comp deals and crunch numbers. Okay, guys? So I just went through all this, showed you exactly what tools you needed, how to organize it in its own specific browser that's designated for your business, and how to put it into tabs. So every time you exit out of here, you can just reload it up. Now I'm a little afraid that that it just says batch leads on here, but it says it's in the tab, guys. So I just went through all this. It's not going to take me much longer if I have to redo it. Actually, I am going to do something. So it says save group. I'm going to unsave it and then save it again. Maybe it will appear now. Let's see. Yes, it did it. Okay, sweet. All right. So again, guys, scenario right here. I just logged out. I'm shutting my computer down for the day. I don't want to work at home. I don't look at my phone. And by the way, guys, I've actually decided not to work from my phone a lot because it gets me anxious. I'm always checking on stuff. I only want to use my computer to work. And when I'm done working, I'm checked out, I'm clocked out, and I'll work with people the next day, whether that's through coaching or with sellers. I mean, if a hot lead comes in during the night, one of my leads managers will get it, and I'll get to the next day. If it's super hot and he calls me, I might get to it. But I want to work, and I want to create a lifestyle where I can work, and when I'm done working, I'm done. So let's do a scenario. Like I said, I'm done working for the day, and I clock out. Say, all right, Nate, I'm out. So I exit out. So the next day, so this is my personal browser for like whatever. So I clock out. I come in the next day. I say, okay, time to get to work. Let's go. I go here to Google Chrome. I see all these are my profiles right here. I got Nathan. That's my personal. Investor Thrive is my coaching business. And Nathan at Offer Home. So I click on that. And it appeared over here. Oh, here it is. Let's make sure. And if this thing didn't save, I'm about to lose it. But let's see. Okay. That's why we go through these scenarios, guys, because I do not see the saved tab that we just spent all that time doing. I see essential. This is the bookmark tab. But if I go here, it says, let's see. I wonder why that didn't save. That's a little frustrating. Okay. But hey, this is what happens. So if you go to this part, I don't know if you guys knew this, but right here, it goes and shows you what tabs you had recently closed. Let's see. I want to go here to history, restore all. It's a little frustrating that it's not there. You son of a gun. Okay, so it did not work, but let's see. What can I do? Well, I saved it. You guys saw it. So what the heck? So I go here to save. Okay, so it's saved, everybody. Okay. So I'm going to exit out of here. Again, let's try it again. Okay, so again, scenario replay. I'm going in, start of my day, and I say, hey, I'm so glad I don't ever have to type in all these tabs and these websites again. Let's go to work, Nate. All right. You son of a gun. It's not there, but at least I know I can go to history. But that's not what I want. I didn't do all this so I could go to history. I'm about to lose it. Okay. That's frustrating because before this call, because I'm not just some kind of noob that just goes on these calls and just hopes everything works. I actually did one with Investor Thrive, my coaching business, because it also has kind of the same type of thing. I also I want to be organized here. So here it's already saved right here under Investor Thrive work tab. It's got all my tabs that I want for my coaching business. There's a lot of tabs on that one too, but I keep everything here. So when I log in to work, it's just there. I don't have to think about it anymore. So let's try let's try to navigate. So if I go to Nathan at Offer Homes, let's see, view, show full URLs. View. I wonder why it's just saying save group and it's not saving it. So, but it should be there. Maybe refresh it. Because like I told you guys, this one's here and I save this. Okay, so I'm going to show you. Okay, let's just act like it's the Investor Thrive one that's set up. Okay, so I go here to Investor Thrive. I click it. Where is an Investor Thrive one now? Where is it? Let's see. Okay, here it is. Sorry, guys. I got dual monitor. By the way, you need dual monitor if don't have a dual monitor. But you go here to Investor Thrive work tabs, and bam, poof, pops all up. Love it. Didn't have to type it in. I know exactly what I need to look at for the day as I work just solely from my computer. And again, I'm a little annoyed that this is not saving when it says saved. Maybe I'll change the color. Maybe it's messing around with that color. Okay, move, close group. No, we're gonna ungroup, move group to new window. All right, let's try it one more time. So we're gonna go here to offer on homes. All right, yeah, I don't know what's going on. By the way, this is like a beta testing thing that they're trying with what's it called? Chrome. So maybe it's tripping. Who knows? I don't know what's going on. But I will show you the next best thing, I would say, is you go here to history. The tabs are all closed. Restore all tabs. And I'll figure it out because I always, I'm giving up on this. So you can also create a bookmark, guys, like I did here for essential acquisitions tabs. And right now the bookmark has batch leads, real estate. So I'm just going to save these in the bookmark too. All you have to do is go to star, or if you have a Mac, it's command. I think it's command F. No, let me see what it is. Command F. No, command F is for searching. I think it's command D. Yep, command D. And then essential. So we're going to go here. I'm saving all these again. That's the next best thing. If it's not going to save under offer on homes acquisitions thing, then you got to make a bookmark for it, which is it's not a big deal. So there you go. I hope this was helpful, guys. I mean, I hate I don't think, maybe I'm making a bigger deal of it than I think, but I hate having, every time I turn my computer on, having to make new tabs for everything. I'd rather have it just locked and loaded in a bookmark that I can just all put up. Or what we've been exploring today is this new thing called groups, where if you save all the links under a group, it will not, it'll save it. But we've been running into some problems where this is not staying where it should be, which is annoying, but I guess it happens sometimes. Let's see, Chrome browser data, import services. Anyway, so does anybody have any questions they want to ask? I know some questions have come in, but let's see if I can answer anybody's questions right now about what I've done or why I did it, or if there's any specific tabs that people don't think are necessary. Calculator. I got some guy says calculator link not working, different Chrome accounts. Isaac, I don't know if you're still there. If you're still there, the link should work. Let's see. Are you talking about the link in the description? Let's see. Yeah, the link in the description for the calculator should work. Let me check. Let me check for you, Isaac. Yeah, man. Oh, snap. I think I updated that link. So let me get you. Hey, Jesus. Yeah, no problem, man. Let me get you that calculator really quick. Isaac, if you're still there, I'll put it in the link right now. Sorry about that. That's really weird. Let's see. Where do I go right now to get it? Is there anybody else have any questions about like what I just showed and why it's important to, be organized, use those specific tabs as you wholesale nationwide? Pages. If no questions, no big deal, but I want to help out if there's anything I can answer for you guys. So if you got something, just throw it in the chat box. And by the way, I can only see specific people that are, I'm streaming this all over a bunch of platforms. So if you're messaging and I can't see it, it's probably because you're on Facebook or something, like my personal Facebook group. But let me check. I actually can go into Facebook and see if you guys have been messaging. Hey, Isaac, I appreciate you telling me that the link didn't work because I had no idea. So I just put it in for the calculator. If you're interested in that, calculator link is just sent. Calculator link. Okay. Oh, any other questions that people might have? All right, guys. Well, I mean, it's a Saturday, so go enjoy yourselves. Like I said, guys, I was in Canada all week, so I wasn't able to do this call earlier, but I wanted to definitely get it done for you all. So, I'm just trying to provide value. By the way, guys, if anyone's still watching, I'm also doing a challenge next week where I'm going to show you guys how to get it lock up a deal in 5 days. I will share that with you really quick. Let's see. Let me share my screen again. So if you go here, guys, to AirMeet, the acquisitions challenge, it's free. It's a 5-day challenge on how to get a deal in 5 days. I'm going to show you how we use different softwares and services, paid and free, to get it. And if you don't know where to go join my challenge, if you're not a part of my Facebook group, all you have to do is go to the top part right here where it says challenge. And Jerry Norton's also going to pop in one of the days. So if you click on it, you can definitely, sign up. All you have to do is register. And remember, guys, once you register, you get an email that you have to acknowledge that you're going, or they won't let you in. So make sure you do that. And by the way, guys, last thing is if you haven't checked out my website, investorthrive.com, we got some free courses. You can book a call to meet with me or one of my team members to chat with us about our mentorship and how we're helping people get deals. I have one of my students that he's about to make like 160K off of a deal from a strategy that I showed him that he didn't know about. So yeah, if you're interested in chatting with us, great. I'd love to see everyone that I can on the challenge. So again, just go to the Facebook group or go to my personal Facebook, and it's probably on there. So let's see. Actually, I think I can't see the comments that are coming from. Let's see. I can't see the comments that are coming from people on my personal Facebook. So let's see if anybody has said anything. Sup, Nate? What's up, Benjamin? All right, what's up, Matt? All right, have you ever tried Podio? Yeah, we used to try Podio, but it's not bad, but we just prefer HubSpot because it's cool. It does a lot of automation and stuff. So anybody else got any questions? I think I saw another one come in. Jesus, I'm excited to see the challenge. I already subscribed. Jerry Norton, wow, you're on the big leagues. Hey, I'm not a big leaguer, man. I'm just a normal guy, just like any other dude. But yeah, Jerry Norton, he's awesome. I'm excited to have him on there, and he's going to show us how to use Flipster, his service, to get deals, and he's going to drop some cool nugs on how he's been able to build his business. But guys, again, if you are just tuning in now, if you watch this is going to be on, my personal, this video that I just did, this live is showing you what tools and, services you need to wholesale nationwide effectively, and how to organize yourself. So, if you're going to be working on the computer virtually, you need a way to, know what tabs and what services to use. So anyway, guys, Saturday, I'm about to go home and chill, but I hope everybody has a great Saturday, and I hope to see you guys next week on the challenge. All right. Have a great Saturday, everybody. Peace out.